So why did you initially decide to serve with AmeriCorps and why at WisCorps?
Yeah, so when I was in college, I actually volunteered with WisCorps, and then I was also on a conservation crew. So that was kind of my introduction to WisCorps. And then I found out about the AmeriCorps program that they have. And I just think AmeriCorps is a great way to get involved in the community. I've met so many great people through this position. And this is actually my second term with WisCorps. And so, yeah, I've met a lot of great people along the way. And I've really kind of delved into community and organizations around the area.
So having served these last 2 years, I'm sure there have to be a lot of memories and pieces of your service really stand out. So what are some highlights of your service you might be able to share with us?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could pick one. I think just doing summer day camps in general are my favorite part of this position, because with the school programs, it's usually for a field trip. So they come for 2 or 3 hours out of the day, and we see a lot of kids during that 2 or 3 hours, and then they're here and they're gone, and you don't really get to know them very well. You interact, and we teach them and we do games and stuff like that, but you don't really get to know the kids. Whereas in summer day camp, it's a week long for 3 hours each day, and you get to really know the kids, and they finally start opening up towards like the middle of the week. The first day is normally pretty shy and they don't really talk to each other, but they start to open up, and it's really great to see the kids interact and like learn. And since I've been doing it for 2 years, we actually have some returning campers, and so it's really fun to see them grow up and like how much they've learned since last year, and it's really cool. So I think that would be my favorite part overall.
That's great. And then with the summer camps, I know that the summer camps are all themed individually, like by different nature animals. Is there any one of the summer camps in particular that's your favorite one to do?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we have so many. This week we did silly swimmers, but I think my favorite one would probably be WisCorps Junior. And so that was an older kid camp for 6, 7, and 8-year-olds. And we worked with various groups throughout La Crosse, and the kids actually got like a taste of the conservation world. And so we actually got to do projects with a group called the Friends of the La Crosse River Marsh. And the kids got to help plant native plants, and they learned about everything with them. And so that was really cool. It was like our own little mini conservation crew. And we learned about like environmental issues and simple things that kids can do to help and things like that. So I think that one was probably my favorite.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds like the kids really got a lot out of that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like helping mold the minds of the next environmental stewards. So it was really fun.
That's awesome. And then Amber, with your AmeriCorps term of service coming in a few months, what are your plans for after your AmeriCorps service?
Yeah, I definitely like to stay in the environmental field. I have applied for a few jobs already. I'm just waiting to hear back right now. So I guess we'll see where it goes.
Sounds great. Do you have any particular avenue of the environmental field you like to work on?
Definitely conservation, I think. I've looked into a lot of DNR positions and things like that in the conservation world. So I think I like more hands-on field work type of stuff. Or, like environmental education is really important as well. So any type of job like that would be really cool.
That sounds great. And I'm glad the WisCorps experience is able to help you get a little experience before in that process as well.
Yeah, it's definitely what has kind of swayed my perspective in life. So, because I actually went to school for pre-veterinary science, but now I think I'm going more towards the environmental conservation type jobs. So
that sounds wonderful. Well, Amber, thank you so much for being with us today and for your service with WisCorps these last 2 years.
Yeah, no problem. It's been great.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today about your service. And we look forward to the continued difference you're going to make for the environment.
Yeah, thank you for having me.